First of all, be patient with yourself. Don't think about where you were. Turn that brain off, because you're going to think you can go do the things that you did before that setback. And your age and the amount of time you're away, plus any limitations from whatever that was that you're dealing with, are going to set you back. So you have to be realistic. Be patient with yourself. Focus on improvement, not on speed or pace or power or a race or anything else. Just make sure you're improving day to day. And once you start reaching the threshold of where you've gone from just exercising to training, when you start training and then you're able to start pushing yourself, and you start looking at watts on the bike and heart rate and the duration you can hold a heart rate. When you start looking at those things, then start making the goals.
I've seen so many of my athletes change over the course of doing their first triathlon, doing their first half or their first 70.3. Finishing an Ironman, finishing a swim around Key West, right? I've seen so many of them change. Watching my athletes finish a big thing, whether it's their first triathlon or a 70.3 or a big 140.6 or a swim around Key West or just, that first century bike ride, it's like they become different, but in a really great way. It's almost like they become complete. They are their full selves, and they're able to fully be present in the world, in themselves. When one of my athletes finished her first 140.6, she said, I will never be afraid to try anything ever again.
I think initially I was amazed by the amount of self-esteem it built in me. And that was why I wanted to get back to the sport through coaching. I wanted to watch other women specifically develop self-esteem through the sport, just like I did. So much of what you do in sport where you do all the things to get you to the finish line, just like you did with your PhD, and you're in these uncomfortable moments. It's a reflection. You can find that in every phase of life, right? Whether it's motherhood or a job that you don't like, you just kind of have to sit and grit through. It just helps you deal with discomfort, honestly, and mentally kind of.
I want to give you this opportunity to just say whatever is on your heart to share with our listeners, knowing that this is a health and human performance platform to talk about mental health, physical health, maintaining good relationships in our lives, taking care of ourselves, going after our goals. The academic marathon mindset, similar to the endurance athletic mindset. What do you want to share with people based on your life experiences?
What I want to share with people is that you are enough, that you don't need external validation for that. I think the more aligned we all can be with our sense of self, the more successful we all can be in the world.